So we're back on the river today. We're going to do some metal detecting. I'm going to be looking mostly for Civil War stuff, but there's colonial stuff in the area too. Well, stuff from like the mid 1700s up to the Civil War, and of course even more modern. But I've been here before, and I've actually found a lot of Civil War stuff over the years, so I thought we'd just come up and give it a shot. If you notice, the water's really clear, so that's going to be good for us today. We get some underwater action. But you can see that that algae or whatever it is down there. That stuff is really nasty when it dies. When it floods or it dies, it comes up to the surface and it just stinks bad. So this river kind of stinks bad right now, and I'm hoping I don't get some type of disease from that, because there's some nasty things you can get from water, I think, that has this stuff in it. So we will be holding our breath. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get to it. We're going to go up river a little ways. As you can see, it's pretty shallow here, so I gotta watch out for the rocks, but they don't really hurt this boat. It just kind of jars you. I was just getting ready to get started, and I noticed my old buddy is here. He's having his lunch. That is a turtle, painted turtle, I guess, and he's got a piece of fish that he's eating. Let's look at him real quick. So let's let him eat his lunch in peace. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start right here. This is an area where I found bullets in the past, and I thought we'd just start here. I have a brand new machine today. This is the Jace Robertson limited edition Garrett. The reason I brought it was because it comes stock with that Viper coil, and I want to use a Viper coil here because normally I just use the 5x8. And the reason I use the 5x8 coil in the water is because, you know, most of the targets aren't that deep, and it's also the smaller coil cuts through the water much easier. Using the stock loop, it's very bulky, hit a lot of rocks with it, and your arm really gets tired after a while swinging it. So I'm hoping that this the Viper coil, or that shape, should cut through the water pretty good and give me a little more depth since it's a little bit bigger. All right, Garrett AT Max today. First time I've used it, brand new machine. We're going to go into zero mode. I'm going to crank up the sensitivity, and we are going to leave the iron discrimination. Let's crank up the iron discrimination up to about 10, because we don't need to dig anything really small. And that's, well, try to ground balance if we can, but yeah. See, it's a little hot. It's like 90 or so. All right, when I say hot, what I mean is there's a lot of mineralization, so it makes the ground balance numbers very high, and also makes the ground a little bit more unstable. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get to it. I haven't taken but 1 or 2 steps, and I got a decent little signal here. So I'm thinking that's might be a small bullet, maybe, or, you know, some type of small lead. Could be a fishing sinker or something. I'll do this video real quick. Well, not a great find, but it is a lead bullet, post-Civil War for sure. But yeah, so we already have a good target. That's awesome, man. But we're still skunked with our first target. So I have a nice little squeaker here. Let's go ahead and dig this out a little bit. Let's see what we have. Oh, I'll put you under. Hold on. Well, I thought it was probably not going to be a bullet because it kept jumping pretty high on the meter, but we got our first Civil War mini ball, and we are officially not skunked. Got a nice little squeaker down there. Kind of small. It might be a coin. I've already started the hole, but it's up under a ledge, so I'm hoping that it's a coin that's wedged up in there. You notice it's up in that rock, and that's actually like bedrock right there, so I can't move it. I wish I could see a little bit. I'm gonna have to go get my mask. I'm gonna have to use my bare fingers. I'm gonna poke around in there a little bit. Hopefully there's no glass, but unless I get my mask, I'll never get it out of there. I'm not sure what this thing is. It's really heavy like lead. I think it's going to be a bale seal. Let me get it cleaned up and get your picture in the end. Awesome, awesome. And I got another signal that I think might be a bullet, so I'll get you out for it. Another nice bullet. That's actually a Sharps. Weird color, isn't it? It's got that reddish on it. I guess it's fired. Yeah, I can see a little bit of rifling grooves cut into it, but bullet number 2. Most awesome. And that, my friends, is why I wear a glove on my digging hand. I actually did not put my... Oh, geez, I guess I gotta get new gloves. I didn't put my finger in there. I was just like fanning and pulling stuff, and the finger slid right into the neck of that broken bottle. What I'm hearing is that little aluminum thing that goes along there that locks the cap in place. Yeah, so always wear cut-proof gloves, preferably that are not in, don't have the fingers worn out. I didn't realize they were like that. Pretty sure I have more in the truck, and I think I have another 1 or 2 in the boat. And if that's the case, I'm going to retire this glove as soon as I get over there. That's a cute little thing right there. I don't know. I think it's fairly old. Can't really say for sure. When I first found it, I thought it might be like a ring that's broken up, but I do believe that's a hinge right there. So some type of little, probably lid to some type of little container to held gold coins. Very small ones. Well, right there's where I found the little cover to the container that holds gold coins. I just found a coin. I have a feeling it's going to be a modern penny, but what do you think? Man, that thing is crusty, isn't it? Jeez. I'm not sure if that's a modern or it could be an Indian head. So I have another nice little squeaker right here. I've already, you know, obviously dug the hole some, but... Well, we've definitely moved it. It's out of the hole. Looks like it might just be a sinker. Is that a sinker? Hope not. Oh, okay. So that's another bullet, but that's a post-Civil War era bullet. That could be 1900, could be 1950, but another chunk of lead. Let's check that hole though, because I actually pulled like 3 pieces of wire out of there, and it kept getting better. So, nope, that's it. I just hear more iron. Well, here's the best signal of the day so far. Sounds really sweet. It's not too big, it's not a belt buckle, but boy, I don't know if it's going to clear up enough for us to see it. Let's go look. Alright, I think I see it. There's actually down that deep hole where I was digging, it's just a bunch of iron and fence wire and stuff. The good target I heard actually get up out of the hole. I can see it on the side. I think I know what it is. Do you? Let's go look. Well, it's actually not at all what I thought it was. I thought it might be a harmonica reed, but it's a very solid, heavy piece of brass. It's definitely not a harmonica reed. I'm starting to get into a lot of junk here. This is a lid off a stove. I can see some pieces of brick and stuff. Haven't really found anything good, but we'll keep looking around. We're just going to go up through here a little bit, and if this doesn't pan out, we'll go to another spot. Gave a decent signal. Some type of plastic cigar. Huh, weird. Oh, looky, I just got this bad boy. Let's look down and saw it laying there on the bottom. I guess we have to keep our eyes open for it. Bottles. I don't know what that says. Bell, I don't know. I'm not sure what it is. Harper's Ferry, West Virginia. Hey, that's pretty cool. Yeah, a Harper's Ferry bottle. That's awesome, man. You know, I've always wanted to find a Harper's Ferry bottle my entire life. You know, grew up with inside of it, and I never have. This is the very first one I've ever found. Isn't that weird? Noticing in the bank too, you notice how high it is here. There's a layer of stones. So at one time, that was a natural layer. Probably not that long ago. Probably, you know, Civil War era or so. And the silt settled in on top of it during floods. Now it's wearing back. That's kind of cool. Well, that's kind of sad. It's like fluffy. Got little bells on it. So let's go ahead and move to a different AO where the water's a little deeper and I can just kind of float around in there a little bit and kind of stretch my back out. And hopefully it won't be so much junk. If you're ready, I'm ready. Can't forget that. Water is definitely a little deeper down here, and I have found stuff. I never really like carpeted the area because it is deeper. So let's go ahead and pull up on the bank. Well, before we get started, I want to show you I did change my glove, but if you notice, the cuff is really loose, and if you have that, what happens is sand goes down to your fingertips and it fills up the glove. You can see my little pinky there. That's a little like sand sack right there, and it's a real pain. So I'll have to get the sand out before we get started, but we're going to go ahead and grab the mask and snorkel, and oh, he stinks. That stuff really stinks. And get back out in this deeper water and see what we can find. Alright, so what I'm doing is just kind of fanning the bedrock there, and we have a Williams cleaner bullet. That's a good Civil War bullet right there. Definitely fired. Hoorah! Have a nice loud signal, screamer of a signal there. Not going to be very deep because it's on the bedrock, so hopefully we can pick it up pretty quick. Ah, moved it out of the hole. Okay, what we have is a little homemade sinker. That's a piece of lead that someone hammered into a fishing weight. Another nice squeaker there. Another fishing weight. And here we have a nice loud signal. You can see where I've already fanned it a little bit. And it's another Civil War bullet right in a crack, right in the bedrock. I'll look down and seen it probably before I fanned it if it wasn't covered with that green slime. Decent signal there in the bedrock. Should be able to get it pretty quick. Again, this is just out of reach, so I have to like dive under to pick it up, and you'll hear that. I'm floating back to the surface now. I have to catch my breath and then go back down and try to grab it real quick before I float back up. Now, if you let your breath out, you can like sink to the bottom, but you can't stay down as long. All right, what do we have? It's a modern fishing weight. Another good signal here. You can see I've actually already dug a lot in the hole. This one took me a long time to get out. I just cut most of that stuff out of the video. And you can see it's another fishing weight, homemade fishing weight. That could be Civil War era, could be newer, could be earlier. Well, unfortunately, my strap on my mask broke, so we're back in the shallow water. That place was loaded. There's lots of stuff, lots of those good homemade sinkers in there, and some bullets. Yeah, strap broke. It's actually a repair right there, but it broke again, so I guess it's just getting that plastic or the rubber there is just getting old. So I'm gonna have to do something with that. Let's go ahead and search around in the shallow water a little bit longer, see if we can fit. It's fat. I'm getting tired, man. See if we can find a coin or two, and then we'll have to hit the road, Jack. Well, having taken 2 steps and I already found a bullet fired mini ball, maybe we'll have to hang around just a little bit longer. What do you say? No, not too much longer, I promise. Well, I do believe we have another bullet. Yes, indeedy. Another mini ball, 58 caliber, fired. Definitely a fired bullet. All right, man. A few more minutes. Can't really do any underwater action because I'm working my way downstream, just kind of walking, but I dug another bullet. This is a Williams cleaner bullet. It's a certain time. It's Civil War era. Probably fired. Kind of mashed up weird, but that's definitely another Civil War era bullet. Okay, just a couple more. So this is a cute little brass buckle. No idea how old it is though. Got good patina on it. Well, the slime is really coming up now. Boys, look at that. But I just found another mini ball. Make it all worthwhile. All right. Ah, all right, guys, I'm gonna have to get out of here because this river has turned absolutely freaking disgusting. That stuff is floating everywhere and it really stinks. You can imagine. Oh, that's horrible. And the whole river is just getting covered with it. It's just really disgusting. And when it gets caught up in the bushes, like right there, it starts rotting and it just, oh my God, it smells bad. Well, let's take a quick look at some of the stuff we found today, and I'll take a picture or two and then I'm gonna hit the road. First off, this is like a lot of the junk and stuff that I found, you know, fishing sinkers, more modern stuff. But we did get some goodies. I mean, we actually have some nice Civil War mini balls in there, some homemade sinkers. That is a bale seal, a little buckle, and a couple other things. And of course, the Harper's Ferry bottle, which is Belvedere Brewing Company, Harper's Ferry, West Virginia. That's no joke, the first one I've ever found. I've always wanted to find one. I could look out my bedroom window growing up on the farm and see the sign for Cliffside, you know, blinking off in the distance. So anyway, yeah, that's it for today. I'm gonna try to hold my lunch as long as I can. I'm gonna get out of here as quickly as possible because even my digging bag is full of that stuff. It was just absolutely disgusting pulling this stuff, pulling the things out. Oh my God, I gotta go. This is horrible.
She'll shake the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it in the sand and keep it for eternity. Mother Earth, she's got her secrets she's promised to keep, hidden in her dirt or deep in her creek. Mother Earth, she ain't saying exactly what she's saving, where it is or what it might be. Mother Earth, you are my lady, my big round baby. I'll rock you